All right, we're back. We're gonna try this again. Still difficult on that angle with this iPhone webcam. It isn't the widest or best. I don't know if I can change that. Well, whatever. No, that's flash. I'm not smart enough to figure out my own freaking phone. But the important thing is we have picture and we're live to the whole world. All right, so super quick. Back to this sucker. This is Matrix International One Sheet, English language. The only other country that I know that they use this is in Germany. And it's a smaller, I can't remember the size of a German one sheet. I want to say it's like 22 by 33. It's probably wrong because I don't collect German stuff. I think I have one German poster in my entire collection. And it's a Pulp Fiction because the German art is rad. Awesome film, Library of Congress, wicked poster. Single-sided. It's the only way they were ever printed. Just grail, unicorn. We call these unicorns because until you see one like this, they're just legend. They're myth. Nobody has one. They always know a guy who has one. Or they could get one from a guy that has one. Man, I'm sorry about this camera setup. Trying to get the best angle, and I just can't. This angle sucks. All right, I'm going to try something just a little radical. What does that view from on high look like? I mean, not bad, actually. Okay, I need my bag of salt. Just my weight. All right, let's see if that'll work. Battery pack up and out of the way. We're charging. Holding steady at 30% charge. All right. Let me just get a little better angle. All right. Now you get a prime view of the back of my head. All right, so here's where we get into why this poster sucks to try collect an original. Because Sonus made a licensed reprint. So technically, this was a reproduction, but a legal licensed reproduction. But if your poster has that logo on it, yeah, it's quote unquote original, maybe. But it's not the real thing. And if you pay too much for it, I'm sorry. I wish you had seen this video before you bought it. I mean, side by side, a lot of these things, they're very obvious. The complete lack of red up here in the lightning I mean, even from here, you can see it right up here. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Thankfully, I know about these because I've owned, well, shout out to H. You know who you are. Give me a second. Hi. So yeah, when you see them side by side, they're blatant. Anyway, story of the Matrix. I mean, I'm tempted to skip a few here because I could go on for 10 minutes about every poster in this stack. I'm going to skip the next one intentionally because it's super rare. And it's got a whole story behind it. That's its own 20-minute video. Casino, this is another. I love international styles, man. They're just alternate art 90% of the time. No rating, no date, just awesome. What are you going to say? Double-sided. These are not going anywhere ever. The only equivalent right now, like if you're going to collect and you have the chance, okay, I found it. I found the poll. It is in the stack. Anyway, if you're collecting and you come across the menu, the teasers for that film, which obviously was released during COVID. I mean, I don't know anybody that saw it in the theater. If it got a theatrical release, I think it did. Well, obviously there were posters printed for it. But they are so incredibly rare that it's mind-boggling. I've got a second set on its way right now, and I feel very lucky to have gotten it. Alright, we're going to do a couple more before we get to our poll. Bill and Scarlett, good night. I think I have all 3 for Tenet. I mean, what are you going to say? You just got to have them all. Is in the news lately because Michael Mann is going to start shooting Heat 2, which I read about half the book. It's just one of those I got actually like a third maybe into it and just couldn't finish it. I'll come back to it for sure. It's awesome. It had me going, but it was just disjointed. It kept hopping back and forth, I think. Regardless, my personal odds that he's going to be able to even come close to what this did in 95. Is it 95? Yeah, 95. I mean, 95, 05, 15, 20. I mean, 30 years. My rule of thumb is give the film 25 years. If people are still talking about it in 25 years, you got classic with a big C on it, all right? This is epic. You know, it's a crime saga. Very rarely do they get it right on the poster before it's released, but yeah, this was epic. Yeah. And that was the domestic, obviously. Guess what? Another international style. No rating, no date. Oh, and look at that. It has different art. You know, U.S. designers could learn a fucking thing or two, man. Floating heads isn't everything. But here's the beauty. They didn't make one, but two international styles. So, and if you look at them, different taglines. Crime saga, epic saga of crime and obsession, and an epic story of crime and obsession, and two men on opposite sides of the law. So yeah. Another big tip for collectors, first time new starting collectors. The best time you're ever going to have to collect a poster is right when it releases. And that's where good encyclopedia film knowledge comes in super handy, because, you know, getting these today, I wouldn't even know where to begin. Call me, I guess. All right, we're finally getting to today's actual pull for Rory. This is for you, bro. I just watched this, and I wish I had 15 copies of this, because it's an awesome movie. I love Will Ferrell. Brad Pitt is low-key and just subtle in his portrayal. It's based off the Obama campaign poster. It just fits with everything in the film. In fact, I think this poster is in the film. But yeah, single-sided. Believe it or not, this is one of the rare ones that I got from movieposter.com, which I normally steer clear of them. I used to order a lot more, but now their prices are just fucking ridiculous. You know what you're charging, movieposter.com. If I had snagged that domain before you, you'd be living in a different world. Anyway, they were the only ones that had this. Now that I think about it, it's interesting that I didn't see it anywhere else. So I wonder if this was like a one-off promo or a topic for another episode on its own. Wilding posters. They're called wilding because they're put out in the wild. They're generally smaller than this, but they can be one sheet size. They're stuck on buildings, telephone poles, you know, that kind of thing. And by their very nature, they're outside. They're not meant to be saved. They're just essentially printed to be trashed. So they would have never printed a wilding double-sided. Oh, maybe. I don't know if I have any examples of that, but regardless, I love this film, and I love this poster. And I've never seen another one. And, you know, why not? I'm just going to keep going because, fuck, I love this. I could do this all day and all night. Double-sided. Before this left theaters, I made it a mission to see it in film, because this is right when theaters were going through the process of converting to digital. And back at the time, man, God, now that I think about it, the amount of times I had to go up and tell the managers that the projectionists need to look at their picture because they had left 3D filters on or some bullshit. I mean, those 3D high-con filters, man, they'll drop. I don't know what equivalent neutral density is, but I mean, it drops the brightness on those things. Anyway, but yeah, we don't have those problems now. But now that we have $300,000 Barco 8K projectors in theaters. Spidey, you're all over the news. We love you. We love this poster. We all know why. The Twin Towers, by the way, right down here, full cab. Most reprints will have that cab cropped out. So if you can't see the cab's front windshield, then you might have a reprint. You might have an original. To be honest, I'm not up on all my variations because there were international, Spanish, I think maybe French, MAI, 2002, no date. French, Spanish, English, and then among those there were dated ones, undated ones, coming soon, whatever. I've got mine, and I know it's legit because I got it before the film came out. Fuck, man. I was just talking about this on my tonight's watch. Last night I watched the night before City of Lost Children on 4K. Oh my God, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And I was really bummed when he didn't win the Oscar this year. Darius Kanji, cinematographer, just mind-blowing cinematographer. City of Lost Children, and on 7, he used this. My American cinematographer is buried somewhere, but I have the article. I want to say it was an underexposed film stock that was pushed in post, and it had some kind of silver nitrate, or it was a special film stock, but man, you know you're watching 7 when you're watching 7. Like I said in my post, I mean, this guy was pulling this kind of shit, and this was 30 years ago. So, why he's been nominated for 3 Oscars, he's been nominated for 3 French César Awards, and like 1 or 2 others. Never won. Fucking travesty. This is in double-sided and single-sided versions, but on DS1 sheets, baby. It's got to be DS. If it was printed DS, I have to have it DS. God. I could watch this right now. 2007. God damn, it's almost 20 years old. Rare style. Advance. No, not advance. The regular style is pathetic compared to this style, though. I'll tell you that. Double. Her first film. What are you going to say? Double side. This wasn't the original copy I bought back in the year of release. But man, this one's looking pretty darn good. I mean, almost end to end. That's a really good, clean copy. Here I may take a break because a significant break because this is a story all its own. And yes, they're all double-sided. I mean, we'll have to... Yeah, fine. I hear you. I don't even have to be looking. Even if there was a chat that I could look at, I hear you. Jesus Christ, this is rare. I guarantee you that 95% of the one-sheets that are out there are single-sided, baby. But not my Bridget. She's a DS all the way. I hate to see you leave, but I love to watch you go. Oh, I'll have to do my magic on these later. They're becoming out of sorts. I mean, what are you going to say? Whether you think Disney and Marvel and Feige and everyone have shit on their entire legacy in the last 6 years, which they totally have. It's your own fucking fault. Regardless, man, this is the one that started it all. I mean, started it all with Iron Man or Spider-Man or whatever, but, I mean, this made just about everybody stand up and look. I mean, it's got to be in the collection. Alright, last international poster of the night. And it's one of my favorites. And very minimalist posters will just yank at me every time because it's not telling you what to think about the movie. It's like, hey, motherfucker, this is the property. You know the property. You're going to shit when you see this. This is, oh my God. It's definitely top 10. Definitely top 10. And I've never seen another rolled copy. I've ever seen trifolds, which are 3 horizontal folds. You ready? I mean, it says everything. It says, oh no, there's not just one this time. We're plural territory. That's it. I mean, you saw the first one as a kid when you were 79. I would have been 10 years old when that shit came out, and my parents let me see it on HBO. So, when I saw this, yeah, I knew what was coming. Oh, God. All right, we're gonna do one. This is the last one. Because this is like top 5. I have to watch this like once a year. More than once a year. I have to watch this more than once a year. It's like the baddest ass movie ever. John Carpenter's a fucking legend, man. I mean, yeah. Rolled. Skip New York, man. I ain't gonna give you a price because this shit here sells itself. Alright. I think that's a good place to leave it. Everybody, have a good night.